Landlord wanted us to pay for renovation when moving out. He paid dearly instead. My wife Sarah and I were finally moving out of this tiny apartment we'd been renting for 3 years. The place was fine, but we needed more space, and the landlord, Mr. Peterson, was kind of a cheapskate who never fixed anything properly. Moving day arrives and Peterson shows up to do the walkthrough. He's going through every room with this clipboard, making little notes. He points out some minor stuff like a small nail hole in the living room and a tiny scratch on the kitchen counter. Nothing major. After about 30 minutes, he puts down his clipboard and goes, "All right, everything looks good. I'll refund your full deposit within a week." Sarah and I are thrilled because that's $1,200 we really need for our new place. We shake hands, give him the keys, and drive off feeling great. 3 days later, I'm at work when my phone starts buzzing. It's a voicemail from Peterson, and he sounds absolutely furious. I step outside to listen to it. He's yelling about how he started renovating and discovered that my office smells horrible, like unbearable cat urine everywhere. He's claiming our cats must have been peeing in there for months, and now he needs to tear down the wallpaper, replace the floors, repaint everything. He says we need to come back and fix it ourselves, or he's calling a health inspector and contractors, and we're paying for all of it. I'm standing there completely confused. Sarah and I do have 2 cats, Luna and Max, but I use that office literally every single day for work. I would have noticed if it smelled like cat pee. Plus, we had the whole apartment professionally cleaned 2 days before we moved out. The cleaning lady spent 4 hours there. There's no way this smell existed when we left. I call Sarah and play her the voicemail. She's equally baffled. We start wondering if maybe a raccoon got in through a window during those 3 days the apartment was empty, or maybe Peterson is just making this up to keep our deposit. So I call him back to explain that whatever he's smelling wasn't there when we moved out and we're not paying for it. He completely loses it on the phone, starts yelling about how we're liars and we ruined his property. He says he has proof, he has witnesses, he's going to make sure we pay every penny. He goes on this 10-minute rant about how people like us always try to twist things and avoid responsibility. I finally just hang up on him because he won't let me get a word in. The next few weeks were awful. We're waiting for some massive bill to show up any day. Sarah can't sleep because she's so worried about it. We definitely don't get our deposit back. Every time the mail comes, we're anxious. I'm getting angrier and angrier watching my wife stress out over this. So I start researching tenant rights in our state. That's when I find this law that says if a landlord doesn't formally claim damages and give you an itemized list within 6 months of your move-out date, they legally have to refund your full deposit. No exceptions. I get this idea. What if we just wait? Let Peterson think he's won. Let him sit on our deposit feeling all smug. Then, right after the 6-month deadline, we make our move. I mark the exact date on my calendar. I tell Sarah the plan and she's nervous, but agrees. The 6 months pass and not a single word from Peterson about any damages. No formal letter, no itemized list, nothing. One day after the deadline, I send him a text. "Hey, please refund our deposit of $1,200 within 2 weeks per state law." He replies in like 5 minutes. "Yeah, sure, buddy. That's it. Just those 3 words, all sarcastic." 2 weeks go by, and guess what? No money. So we send a formal letter by certified mail giving him one more deadline. Again, nothing happens. That's when we hire an attorney named Linda. She's this no-nonsense woman in her 50s who specializes in landlord-tenant disputes. She sends Peterson a letter basically saying he missed his window to claim any damages and needs to refund the deposit immediately. Peterson freaks out and starts sending these long emails to Linda claiming all kinds of crazy damage to the apartment. Scratched floors, stained walls, broken appliances, stuff that definitely didn't exist. Linda just responds with one sentence. The time for claims has passed. Then Peterson does something really stupid. He sends us a check for only $900. He kept $300 claiming some bogus cleaning fee. Linda has to send more letters threatening legal action. Every letter costs Peterson money because he's legally required to pay our attorney fees since he's the one who broke the law. Finally, Peterson caves and sends the remaining $300 plus interest that had built up. But that's not all. The attorney bill comes to like $2,400 because Peterson dragged this out so long he has to pay all of it. So in total, Peterson paid us $1,200 for the deposit, about $80 in interest, and $2,400 in attorney fees. That's $3,080 when he could have just given us our $1,200 back in the first place. Last week, the check finally cleared. Sarah and I sat in our new backyard with a bottle of wine. We took the old rental agreement, lit it on fire in our fire pit, and watched it burn. Best $3,080 we ever made.